Why, hello. Good morning. Happy Friday. All right, working on Morgoth today. Armor. Good morning, Bandito. Good to have you here, Peter. Hello, Jones and Torn and Mother. Good morning, Mother. Hello, Maggie. Don't worry, Jones, I'll get back to you. If we're gonna do, I think if we're gonna do the hammer, we'll do it across his back, you know? I was gonna... Last but certainly not least, Mother. Mother dearest. You were the first one in the chat today. That's good. Oh, so much better. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We'll be good for... We're gonna have Bob come and let the dogs out so we can hang out for a while on Saturday. But yeah, she's getting up on her own, walking around. Little bit, you can tell she's a little bit sore, but like it's pretty much like she's back to normal 100%. So crazy. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, she must have just twerked her back, you know, pinched a nerve. She went from like dog I thought that was dying to back to normal in 3 days time. She was definitely in pain though. She was definitely in pain. First like day and a half, I had to like hold her waist and move her, you know. I had to carry her back inside because she could only get out there but couldn't get back. So hey Burst, sorry. Yeah, everything I make is for clients or commission work. Most of the time, every once in a while, I'll sneak in a project I want to do there, but yeah, it's all commission work. I'm a fulfiller of quests. Are you a quest giver? Shout out to Pantarius for sneakfully subscribing for 25 months 44 minutes ago, so thank you very much, Pantarius. You know, I've actually not done anything Halo related. I've had this idea of a personal project for Halo that I've always wanted to do, and it's like, okay, imagine this. It's a grunt in the classic like running away pose, you know, like really like animated, you know, arms in the air, standing on one foot, running for his life. And then we put an LED light on the grunt and have one of those sticky grenades with like the little steam trail going behind him. That sums up my whole Halo experience, you know, in one piece. So the old grunt running around with the sticky grenade stuck to the back of him. So, but no, I've never done never had a commission for a Halo piece. So. Oh yeah, there'd be all kinds of cool stuff. Definitely would probably have to have lights, I would imagine. All right, let's get to work here. You might be a quest giver, okay. Yeah, shoot me an email. I now have everything ready to start the woodland gremlin sculpt. All right. The adventure begins now. Very cool. Cool. That's exciting. God of War, I've had people on the edge of getting something from God of War. I even had somebody lined up for something, but ended up switching to something else right before I started. So close, but no cigar. All right, let me pull up my reference here. We're starting his armor today. I already have a reference board for this. Oh, goth. I don't think so. Okay, so yeah. Let's see. Dorian armor style. Actually, we'll just start with Sauron. Go from there. Yeah, you sure can. You sure can. So we still do the class on every Sunday. So you just have to make sure you're using the right hashtag, and then you can just get live project review from me. And you'll also get feedback from the other students as well. Okay. We'll try to do the best armor in two different halves. Front half and back. Thanks, Fox. Appreciate it. All right. Let's start with the clay glue here. I'm probably gonna need to mix some more clay. Pasta machine. Definitely gonna need more. Got a fresh back here. Hey, spam. Sorry. Awesome. Spam's gotta be the closest thing to like a real life Fallout item. Something you would expect to exist in the world of Fallout, but not in our world. Particle pork in a can. Canned particle pork. Yes, please. Would you like some canned particle pork? Hey, what's up, Super? Yeah, that should be plenty. Is it really? I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense because of them needing to like import pretty much everything. Spam and pineapple combination. All right, let's lay on a base layer here. Hawaiian surprise. Get a few more photos here while we dig in. particle pork. Yeah, so we'll do the wiring probably before we add the armor on the backside, or we'll even could even just make it detachable with the C1 separator, so we can sculpt it completely and then just remove it, do the wiring, and then put it back on, glue it on. Let me take a gander at something here. Well, the live session Omni happens on Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Time. But there's a whole start to finish series saved in video format, so you can play catch up. And you can find that on YouTube or on Twitch. Saved videos. Good. Very good. Hello, Blacksmith Pop. And we're officially continuing class after we get done with this current project. And the next project is going to be something of dragon origin. So we'll be doing kind of like a how to sculpt dragons tutorial. Dragons. Am I caught up with homework? Oh, definitely not. It's okay. The next, I don't need to be done with the homework yet. This next class, I'll be demonstrating, I think, how to paint like the wicker basket and some leather parts to show some cool techniques for that. Oh, and metal. So leather, metal, and the wicker basket. Also try and get into a little bit like how to do the wood staining and stuff for the mixed media parts. Dragons. Now you still got a lot of time because, let's see, we still have 3 more weeks, including this one, of this current project. So what, two more weeks? After this Sunday, it's 2 more weeks. Then there'll probably be 2 weeks off after that class. So that's a month. Then we start the dragon. I like dragons. Me too. Oh yeah? It's a nice project. I always thought, so I've looked into this actually, on how I would go about making a large dragon head sculpture. I actually came up with a good idea that will save you a lot of time and effort and engineering. Is buy a taxidermy foam mold. So taxidermists already have these pre-formed molds for deer and all kinds of other animals that are already set up to like hang on the wall, you know, with the right structure and stuff. So I would buy one of those as a base for a dragon head sculpt. Just pick whatever animal you kind of want to use as your base anatomy for the dragon, and then there you go. Then start slapping on epoxy clay. You couldn't use polymer clay with the foam, but you could use like epoxy clay or something. Oh, nice PV sculpt. That's cool. Bruce. Bruce. Polymer wouldn't melt the foam, the heat would when you bake it. Or I mean, you know, honestly, I could see sculpting it out of polymer clay. Just depends on the size, if you could fit it in the oven. Then you just do a lot of tinfoil. Oh, I see. Okay, but you could still use that as a base and just add like slap monster clay onto it, and then still mold it and cast it. So still could be a possibility. Oh yeah, that green stuff, green foam. Yeah, I mean you could use probably the best building foam I like using is like insulation foam, the pink stuff. Well, depending on what country you're from. Other countries is different colors, but it's just really durable, easy to work with. And you can usually get it in large quantities easily. So, XPS. Extruded polystyrene. Oh, thanks. I do like dragons. right? Adding that depth under each scale really makes a big difference. I would say that's one of the main problems I have with molded and casted things, is that there's usually a lack of depth of detail. Usually it's really nice detail, but the depth isn't there because it's a pain in the butt to mold and cast detail like that. So people tend to not do it. Keep things more shallow so it's easier to reproduce. Hello, Mr. Sarab. Mr. Sarab. Happy Friday indeed. Got some storms coming in this weekend. Planted all kinds of things in the garden. It's kind of crazy because I'm like trying to figure out where to put everything. Right, but what I'm saying is, like, for example, it's actually a good example right here. This guy right here, like, there's actually depth or space underneath each one of these little tufts of hair. You know, that's what makes it read the way it does. So, you know, that's just something you wouldn't dare. You'd have to sculpt it differently. You'd have to do a different rendering style to if you're planning on duplicating it. Oh, nice. Oh yeah. I mean, you probably could get it to work. I don't know. But whatever you cast it out of would have to be flexible. Otherwise, it would just be a really fragile piece. I know there are some more flexible resins out there. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of a Morgoth type character. I bet you he's, you know, we have to imagine a lot of these modern concepts are inspired by stuff like this. I mean, it's all really kind of the same story retold over and over again, stemming back all the way to like ancient stories. This particular character role has always existed. It's a combination of references, all kinds of different things. It's just my own adaptation of the character based on the text and based on some sketches done by Mr. Justin Gerard. Mr. Houston Gerard. Hath seen out the wise. I like going down there. There's a lot of these YouTubers that will like theory craft different like alternate versions of the Lord of the Rings storyline, and one of those ones is if Gandalf accepted Frodo's proposal to take the One Ring, and just kind of like really theorizes exactly how the story would have played out, and it's pretty cool. Pretty much becomes Gandalf the Black. Well, at first he does good. He wipes out Mordor and, you know, vanquishes Sauron with this new power, and pretty much ends up becoming like king of the land, like the king wizard. And then that's when the corruption kind of sets in after all the enemies have been vanquished, and he ultimately becomes like the new bad guy, you know, the new Sauron, evil wizard Gandalf. The new big baddie that everyone's afraid to say the name of. It's pretty cool. It's made me want to make a like a dark Gandalf character. You know, like after how he would look after he was corrupted. Because if you notice, everything the ring touches and corrupts, the visual appearance of it also corrupts. So it'd be the same. It would be the same with him. Hey, at least with Gandalf the Black, all the trains were on time. I like the rulership of Gandalf the Black. They also there's also this really cool. I think it was the same channel, but he literally took the timing, figured out the timing of the ring wraiths and where Frodo and Gandalf were when they had the ring, and how close they were to actually getting the ring on many occasions. It's just crazy how in-depth that story is, you know? Frodo the Unforgiving. That's my worst nightmare. Frodo get. Actually, you know what? No, never mind. I was gonna say that's my worst nightmare is Frodo giving into the ring's power and becoming the big bad guy. But the reality is Frodo did give in to the ring and was still too weak to do anything about it. Still got bested by Schmeagol. His reign ended very swiftly. The nice finger bite attack. Gollum uses finger bite. It's super effective. Samwise the Slayer. It seems the ring takes an attribute from the whoever wears it, and so it'd make you wonder what it would do with a creature like Gandalf, sort of powers he would have. I believe Sauron and Gandalf are pretty much the same, aren't they? Vanquished by 6 teeth, yeah. Seems everybody that wears the ring gets vanquished by something lesser, something simple. Even Sauron himself by a broken sword. He could have reached with his other hand for the guy. Let me just reach down here with my ring hand. What are you thinking? Morgoth was shaking his head on that one.